Hi there, I hope you are having a great weekend. Today I'll be using the dies from the new paper discovery collection that is called Teacup Fairies to create a 3D flower basket as well as the teacup shaped treat box. As a base for both projects, I'll be using the die set that is called Timeless Tea Set Pop-Up Die Set. Here you can see it, and this is exactly the one that I used to create that pop-up card in my previous tutorial. You can go ahead and check it out. The link will be in the description below. This set, however, is great for much more than pop-up cards, so now let's go ahead and explore more opportunities. To create a cute flower basket centerpiece, I've die cut the base twice out of white cardstock. I've die cut the cup body out of craft card. The insert is also craft, plus I have created that strip using the paper trimmer. Let's start with the main shape. There are a number of crease lines that are created by the die, and now I'm just going to fold the cardstock along those lines. Then I'm going to apply the glue onto that tab at the side of the cup, and I'm going to stick it down. To attach the 3D shape onto the base, I just have to feed the tabs at the bottom through the slits on a base that are already created by the die for you. Then I'm just applying a little bit of liquid glue onto those tabs, and I'm sticking them down onto the base at the wrong side. This other shape here is the insert that you can attach inside the basket. You are doing it the same way, just applying some glue onto the tab, feeding it through the slit and sticking it down at the wrong side. We need that insert to be able to attach more elements to the inside of your teacup or a basket. Since the tabs are visible at the bottom of the project, I'm going to use another base die cut just to cover up all those tabs. So I'm applying some liquid glue onto the bottom of our project, and I'm sticking down the remaining shape onto it. And this way it's going to look neat and nice on all sides. To finish off the basket, I'm going to use just a plain strip of cardstock to create a handle. I'm applying the glue at both ends of that strip, and I'm attaching it to the inside of the basket here. To create the flowers for my basket, I'm going to use another die set from the new collection, and this one is called Large Layered Rose Die Set. This one creates a bunch of nice layered flowers, the largest die being 3 inches in diameter. There are also some nice leaves and insects included in the set. There is a lacy leaf as well as the plain leaf with the debossed veins included in the set, and you can use them separately or you can use the plain one as the background for the lacy leaf. This is exactly what I'm going to do now, so I'm applying some glue at the wrong side of the lacy shape, and I'm going to stick it down onto the plain shape, and I will also be shaping the leaf as the glue dries, and this way it's going to be curved. Then I'm also going to go ahead and shape other flower die cuts. You can use flower shaping tools if you have ones, or you can simply wrap them around the stick or a pencil. Assembling the flower is pretty simple. You just have to layer all die cuts, starting with the larger ones and moving on to the smaller ones. I love using the hot glue for all my flowers since it's super quick drying and you don't have to hold down the die cuts and wait for the liquid glue to dry. When all the petals are attached, I'm also adding the flower center, which is included in the die set. Although the die set is called a layered rose, there are also some daisy shapes included in that set, and I like those even more. To create a daisy, I'll be using the two larger daisy die cuts and layer them, plus I'm going to use the stamens and the flower center. For smaller daisies, I'll be using just one flower die cut and I'm going to attach the center to it. Now when I have all the flowers assembled, I'm going to add them to the basket and I'm going to start with the largest one, which is the rose. I'm just applying some hot glue at the back side of the flower and I'm sticking it down to that tab in the center of the basket. Then I'm going to add a couple of leaf shapes and again I'm applying some glue and I'm sticking them down to the sides of the basket at the wrong side. I'm also going to add one of the daisies the same way. The idea here is to move from the largest elements to the smaller ones and then end up the composition with the smallest elements to fill in the empty spaces. And this is exactly what I'm doing now, just adding a small flower or a leaf wherever I feel there's too much empty space. And as always, all the tools and supplies that I'm using are listed down below in the description box as well as on my blog with links to online stores. Now when the basket is filled up, I'm going to add some more elements right onto the doily at the base of my project, and I'm also going to add a snail image and a bee image right onto the basket shape. And this is what the finished project looks like. It can be used as a little centerpiece, or you can hand deliver it to someone or send it in the box instead of the greeting card. I'm also going to show you how you can create a treat box using the very same die set, and it's even easier than the flower basket. So here we have the same basic shape already assembled, but this time I'm going to turn it into the cup instead of the basket. So I've die cut the handle a couple of times, then I'm sticking down both die cuts back to back. It's just optional. You can use one die cut, but I like to have it sturdy, and this way you can lift up that gift box using the handle. And now I'm just feeding the tabs through the slits that are created by the die, and I'm going to stick them down at the inside of the cup. Now to finish off that little cup-shaped treat box, you can attach it onto the same base that is included in the set and the one that I used in my previous project. Or you can also use a doily. The doily die set is also the part of the new collection, and I think that the mid-size doily is perfect for this project. All you have to do is just fold down the bottom tabs of the cup inwards, then you're applying some glue and you're sticking the cup onto that doily. That's all. The treat box or a treat bag is finished now. All you have to do is to fill it in with chocolates or berries or anything else. And by the way, the largest doily from this set is perfect as a disposable coaster. I do have a fairy teacup, by the way. So if you are planning a tea party, you can totally create your own coasters, treat bags, as well as centerpieces. And of course, you can also create the invitation or thank you cards using the same die sets. Oh yes, I nearly forgot. I do have one die cut that I didn't use on a previous project. This one is from the flower set, and I'm simply going to stick it down onto the gift box here. And before you go, I'd like to show you a couple more projects that are made with the products from the new collection. Those are two cut and emboss folders, and as you can see, they have the actual dies incorporated inside of each folder. Creating cards with those folders are really quick and simple, and here I have used the fairy door folder to create this card. The door can be opened and you can find a little fairy inside or anything else you want to add behind the door. For the Teapot card, I have used the second cut and emboss folder, and here you can see the die creates the embossed background as well as the round medallion, and I have also added one of the doilies from another set, the same one that I used as a base of the card. Here I have also used the same folder to create the matching envelope for the card. In this project, I used just the central part of the embossing folder. If you would like to see how I created those cards step by step, I will leave a link to the tutorial down below in the description box. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you enjoyed that video, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you would like to see more card making tutorials like this one. Have a fabulous weekend and I'll be seeing you soon. Bye bye!